I'm Rob, here to review the OverlandKitchen.com stainless steel kitchen insert for the Jeep JK. I ordered this last year in spring. I received it in the fall. It was quite the ordeal ordering it right from the get-go. When you place your order online, there's no confirmation email like thanks for your order or anything. It does cost $3,500. That used to include shipping. I think that's additional cost now. So it's definitely a pricey unit. It is built like a tank. Al really put in a lot of thought. You can tell watching some of the other videos, which I'll put a link in the description below. So getting right into it, I have a love-hate relationship with this. It is a great unit. The latches drive me crazy. So it's meant to be able to latch everything in when you're driving so the drawers don't bump open. Now, when we're at camp, we unlatch everything and everything just pulls out. Getting into the fridge is perfect. I owned this ARB fridge before we even bought the kitchen, and it just fits perfectly with the insulator kit. It's powered by a Goal Zero Yeti 1500 in the back seat. These drawers are great because they're very deep. The slides are excellent. It's very solidly built. This is all kitchen stuff there. And then we opted to make this middle drawer clothing and the like, hats, gloves, socks, things like that you need to just grab. And then at the bottom, there is that was locked, which we'll get into the latches soon. But so this is a prep area with pot storage that we do. Keep our jet oil in here, our AeroPress and coffee, things like that. And then it's got the pull-out for the stove. I wanted to have this a solid area, and that was not an option. I requested, can I just have this a solid table? And Al said, no, it's going to come this way for heat dissipation, which does make sense. And he recommended bolting this right on there, but I don't like to. I like to keep the stove separate so we can, take it places. So now putting things back in, that's where we get into trouble with this. Everything is great so far, but it's designed to lock out. And there's these little tabs that latch things together, which is nice if you're on a hill. Now, we always try to park on a flat area, or we put rocks under our tires to lift things up and level it out. So generally, we start with a level thing. So the locking out is nice, but we don't really worry about it much. There are these latches here on both sides that you have to lift up to kind of release it. So then that part's inserted. Now, this down here, these latches, this one in particular is just nothing but trouble. If I try to close this, it's locked out right now. So that's the whole thing of you got to lift that latch up, and now it's going to wedge itself in there to the point that we can't close this all the way. And this is by far my biggest complaint. So we actually carry a screwdriver to deal with this, and we use this screwdriver to pry this little lever out of here. Really great design there. And then if you wiggle it just right, then it's at the right level. Now this is really interesting. This is unplanned. I just cut myself, which brings up a point about this, that when I first got it, I cut myself very severely on this. This stainless steel, some of it's rolled over, and that's great. Look, I've got blood on this. Literally was not planned. When we first got this, these latches are very tight. So you can loosen them up, which I did. But this one down here on the fridge, the latch was so tight that when I went to release it, with this hand, it was cut very severely. I can put pictures in of, it was pretty bad, but I cut myself here on this stainless steel. That's why we have tape on all the sharp edges, including the handles were quite rough. I'm going to take that one latch out. There's actually another locking latch over on this side. So we'll just remove this troublesome latch and make it, it'll be fine. So first thing in the morning, coffee, of course. So we keep that all real handy. We do not use the big stove for that. I get out our AeroPress with the jet boil here. This just heats water really fast, and for making several cups of coffee, we like the jet boil. So it sets up on here. Say we have some water going in there. We've got the AeroPress going, and we get our coffee cups are missing, but we get some coffee going. Then these two drawers. Say you want something, I don't know, honey, a spoon, and say it was in here, and you take this out. This becomes a wrecking ball for everything on the table here. It'll wipe it all out. And if you have a stove going, obviously that's pretty dangerous. So what we decided is we made that a clothing drawer, and this drawer up here has more cooking items that we can get to. Now it's still dangerous here, can still knock us over, but smaller things here would survive if this drawer opened up. So just something, from using it, we discovered, let's put our clothing here and our kitchen stuff there, and our go-to kitchen like coffee and AeroPress go down here in this pots and pans drawer. We did remove our rear seats in this 4-door. It saves us a lot of weight, and we built a plywood surface to put our camping supplies on top. Then we have storage underneath that level for, recovery gear and tools and things like that we don't need to get to too often. A lot of people asking me since I did the review of the rooftop tent, how do you like it? So we've done 125-ish nights, something like that, quite a lot. And we love it. So it's holding up great. Wind, rain, hail, snow, just dust storms. It survived everything, and it's kept us warm on really, really cold nights. We do sleep with down comforter below us and above us in there, so it's nice and toasty. And it's awesome to be able to open up all of the zippers and the windows and to see out. So James Baroud rooftop tent, total thumbs up. It's really lasting us. So the kitchen does latch to the tie down points in the back of the Jeep. Very important. It's great. Otherwise, when you pull these out, the whole thing will tip forward. So the problem is the system does not ship with any kind of D-rings or shackles or any kind of fastener. So I've tried different things. I went and tried some short carabiners, but they were not really rated. I didn't feel safe with it. So I ended up finding rated locking shackles or chain links, whatever they're called, but they have done a great job. I, wish that the system was shipped with 2 of those to make it convenient to tie down in the back, but they were very inexpensive on Amazon. So I'll put the latch helper tool away, and I think that's all I have to say for now. Would I buy it again? I don't know. I think once I remove the latch, I think it'll be better. I really do like the system, but for $3,500 and the hassle and sharp edges that literally make you bleed. Overall, I don't know. Leave it up to you to decide. This is the Overland Kitchen.com kitchen, stainless steel kitchen.